technology that keeps us alive. It was late 2008, just before Facebook world domination began. I was scrolling down the news feed past trivial updates and vacation photos to suddenly come upon a picture of a high school friend with dozens of comments beneath it. "Goodbye, dear friend, you'll be missed. Rest in peace." I was stunned. We had been on the same swim team. I'd been planning to get back in touch. I sat there in disbelief and realized there was something other than sadness and shock. I was angry. It just seemed wrong. Wrong that I should find out like this, that I could see the comments she made just days ago. It's all totally wrong. I couldn't put my finger on why it bothered me, but I decided that death and social media technology don't mix. My mom died of cancer 2 years ago. My father has developed severe Parkinson's disease and dementia. Last year, I fell in love. An authentic, soul-wringing, life-changing kind of love. The kind you tell your parents about. Over the past year, I've told my boyfriend quite a bit about my parents. I try to convey through stories what kind of people they were, and I repeat the silly phrases my mom would say. In addition to some pictures that I had, this was the limited way in which he would know them. Recently, I started reading through hundreds of emails my mom had sent me over the years. Reading the emails was the closest I'd felt to her in a long time, a journey back through her life and our relationship. I was in the middle of a series of exchanges from early 2010 when my boyfriend walked in the room to find me cracking up. I said, "Baby, listen to this email from my mom, January 2010. The whole email's one line. Hi, Kendra. I love your name. After all these years, I love to type it. It's a good, strong name. Suits you." He smiled. "Oh, and this one," I said, November 2009. "Anyway, I feel as though my life is a country song today." Sad emoticon with tears. "That is, getting all cleaned up and ready for a daughter who isn't coming home. I'm sure I can put that into words. Then finding my cross and chain. The perfect setup for a song, methinks." We looked at each other and laughed. I read a couple more, mostly silly ones. "Wow," he said, "did she talk like that?" Gradually, it dawned on me I had hundreds of emails stored from the past 8 years that contained my mom's voice, her humor, her turn of phrase. You could even detect her Aussie accent in some of them. I had many from my dad as well, all automatically stored for me since I was an early Gmail adopter in 2004, which I only knew because I discovered this email from my dad during my search, December 8, 2004. "Okay, I'll start using this email. What's Gmail anyway? You may only get a 3.5 GPA. Please don't tell anyone you're my daughter. What a calamity. Good luck on the parasitology lab next week." I realize now that as much as I may have wanted to, I could never have been a bio major. Too many words I can't spell. My mom's Facebook page is still active, and it acts as kind of a living memorial. It doesn't seem wrong anymore. At first I wondered, was it due to our growing intimacy with our technologies and their integral place in our lives? Or is it that I've just come closer to understanding that death and dying are truly a part of life and deserve a place of prominence, just like weddings and other major life updates? The way I'd reacted to the Facebook discovery of my friend's death years before reflected a discomfort with death, a desire to keep it below the surface where I wouldn't have to look at it and consider my own mortality. The emails are there when I need some kind words or just the familiarity of their sarcasm. Like this sweet one from my dad, February 2005. "I don't tell you enough how awesome you are. Your summation of the Social Security outlook was as good or better than anything I saw on TV or in the newspapers. No wonder you're constantly changing your plans for the future. If I had as many talents as you, I wouldn't know which way to turn either." Or finally, the simple one from my mom that contains so much of her, April 2010, with the Iceland volcano erupting. "Hi, Kendra. It's a beautiful day here. You've gone to your volunteer group, and I hope you remembered the sunscreen and a hat. You know, I'm your mommy, and I'll never stop wanting to take care of you. I think I'm going to do a little housework and then go to the driving range later this afternoon. I'm not going to church this morning, but rather I'm going to the Eucharist at 5 tonight. Bono in church. Yay. Allison has brought a breath of fresh air into the church, and I really like to support her. This old dog wants to learn new tricks. That darn volcano is still erupting continuously. I'd like to pray that it stopped, but I'm not sure prayer overtakes an act of God anyway. Nature has its own way of doing things for a reason, I believe. The volcanologists are very frustrated because they want to fly over it, but they can't until it calms down. Who knew there were volcanologists? I guess they're geologists with a specialty. I never thought about it before. In fact, I'd like to fly over it too, wouldn't you? I think it would be amazing. Well, I'm putting off my housework while I'm writing to you because this is more fun. Love you, Mom. I decided technology and death may in fact be made for each other. After all, with all these emails to read to my love, we'll have quite an active social life with my parents. And maybe I'll share that, and maybe you'll like it. Yeah.